Hi guys, Steve here. For all you League of Legends players who are subscribed to my channel, I'm going to tell you my secret of which champion's unbeatable top lane and how to play them. You can be killed if you gank by their jungler earlier on, but you always will have their tower down first. Then it's up to you if you want to continue to push your lane or help your teammates get down their towers. I could have done a video of how to beat every single champion top, but that'd be about 20 hours long. So instead, I'm going to have one quick game where I get to their base, then show you what to do in different situations. So the champion whose unbeatable top is Heimerdinger. He normally plays middle, but is far better at top lane. Remember, this is just a guide, so if you find a better way of doing it, go for it. Okay, let's get started. First you need AP runes and masteries. For your runes, pick 3 greater quintessence of ability power, greater marks of magic penetration, greater seal of ability power, and greater glyphs of scaling ability power. You don't have to have these exact ones, you can make do with your own if you can't afford them. For your masteries, this is what I've picked. I've gone for a lot of health regen so I can stay in lane longer. On the left is everything to do with ability power. With Feast you get your health back by killing minions, and with your turrets you kill a lot of them. In the mid I've gone for recovery, and on the right I've gone for mana regen. You also get your health back from strength of spirit. That's what I've picked, but you can choose your own. For your spells, pick flash and barrier. You need barrier because you need to stay alive as long as possible. Your turrets do most of the damage, so if you die, your turrets stop working shortly after. When the game starts you buy Doran's ring, 2 health pots and get a free sight ward. Then get to their top bush as fast as possible. Your first point goes into turrets. Go to their furthest bush as fast as you can and set up all 3 turrets before their minions arrive. If your jungler asks you to help with blue or cover red, don't do it. Your priority is to get all 3 turrets up before the game starts, and if you don't, it could take another 10 minutes to get their turret down, or you could possibly lose your lane. The jungler might say he's not going to help you, but you don't need his help anyway. Make sure you stay hidden in the bush, as you don't want them to know you're setting your turrets up, and if they see you that far away from your tower, their team might come up behind you and try and gank you. If your enemy comes into the bush or tries to fight you there, he's going to get badly damaged, like so. If they don't have the ability to kill all your turrets in one go, you'll always win that fight. Use barrier to stop their damage if you need it, but on here I didn't.
First blood.
If you come up against a champion who can kill all your turrets in one go like this, don't put all your turrets together, but spread them out. That way if you use their ability to kill one turret, you still have the other 2 up that can damage him. Then just replace the missing one so you're back to 3. Or you could spread them out like this. You don't get so much upfront damage, but at least you keep most of your turrets alive. Then later when your turrets are stronger, you can completely cut off a lane like this. If you come up against a ranged champion, they will use their mana and ability to kill your turret from afar. At the start they might be able to because your turrets are really weak, so keep them placed in the bush so they can't target them. Later on your turrets can take more and more hits, so they'll use all their mana trying to kill them. Eventually they'll run out of mana and not have anything to attack you with, then you just keep grinding them down. Okay, back to the game. I've still got my final turret to place and I'm just waiting for their minions to arrive. Watch your minimap to see where your minions are, as theirs will be in the exact same place but on the opposite lane. Then when they get close to your tower, walk out in front of your turrets. Your turrets are weak at the moment, so you'll need to take a little bit of damage to make sure they all stay up. Also, all their minions will come to you, letting your turrets shoot them in a straight line. When you've took about 1 block of health damage, stand behind your turrets so you don't take any more. If they're guarding, you'll be able to kill all their minions before they even show up. Ward the bush to make sure no one comes up behind you, then start attacking. Short range melee characters and tanks are the easiest to beat. When they go for last hits on your minions, just keep poking them. This constantly keeps them at low health, or they stay on their tower and get no farm. When all your minions are dead, walk back to your turrets so their minions will follow you. If you leave your turrets for too long, they'll shut down. The white bar above them is their power shot charging up. If it's full, it fires at an enemy champion if they come close. I picked storm grenades for the next ability, because if their champion goes next to your turrets, you can stun him next to him. Kill his minions and then follow yours back in and keep poking him.
Back, you dirty ape, back!
Again, when your minions are dead, walk back to your turrets so they can kill his minions.
Every problem solved is another reveal.
Your next point goes into rockets. It's your least important ability and you just use it as an irritating poke. From then on, you first level up your turrets, then your stun, then lastly your rockets. Because the ward's gone down in the bush, stay close to your turrets because you won't be able to see if a jungler's coming. You and your turrets are pretty weak at the moment, so if you do get ganked, run back into the bush and it's likely you'll kill one of them. Keep attacking and putting pressure on him. If he hides behind the tower, then attack the tower, and that usually irritates him enough to come out. When you think you can hit him, use your stun, then your missile straight after. Otherwise you poke him with your missiles when you can, and save your stun for the jungler if he comes in to attack you. If you do get ganked, stun him while he's in the range of your turrets, and before he can enter the bush. That way your turrets will do loads of damage to him, and you can escape if you need to. Ward the bush whenever you can. Because your turrets are hidden in the bush, it's likely that their jungler won't notice they're there until he chases in after you. That usually catches them off guard and you end up ambushing them. Because I've warded, I've noticed their jungler trying to sneak in behind me. I've got really low health, so I'm going to retreat back to my tower. Always flash between bushes so they don't know which one you're in. I'm going to wait there for a while until I think he's gone.
I do love a good conundrum.
I saw the jungler was on half health, so if I go back to my turret bush, I should be able to kill both of them if they try and gank me.
42. There's just something about that number.
Remember to put all your points into turrets first.
Put the scheme in schematic.
We're a bit more powerful now, so I'm going to be more aggressive and place the turrets in lane. That will help stop him getting last hits on minions, and will also attack the jungler if he tries to come up behind you.
Very interesting.
I'm okay at playing him, but I don't always hit my target. A full set of his minions will kill your tower, so just move back to your bush. Here you wait in case the jungler ganks you, and if he does, you put the third tower in the bush. But if not, you can place it in the lane.
I could do that better.
Now you've hit level 6 and got your ulti, if anyone tries to gank you, you'll at least get 1 to 2 kills. All you've got to do is make sure you've got enough mana to use your ulti and your stun. Because I'm very low health and I feel confident enough to start laying a wall of turrets and blocking off his lane. I get my ultimate ready in case I get jumped on by their jungler, and then quickly get rid of his minions so they don't get in the way of me trying to kill him. At this point I'm just waiting for him to stand still so I can use my missile ulti. He's either going to come at me to stop attacking his tower or try and get a last hit on the minions. And there you go. A lot of people don't even know Heimer can do that as one of his 3 ultis. I place my third tower and then port back to buy my first item. I probably could have got a tower down at this point, but I was low on mana, I'd used my ulti, and I didn't want to get ganked by the jungler. The first item you get are the Seeker's Arm Guards, as the Hourglass will be the first item you need to complete. Then stock up on health potions because you won't be back for a while. You build the hourglass first because up to now their team hasn't paid much attention to you. However, when you take their first tower down and start attacking the second one, their jungler and their mid are going to come across and try and gank you. So you need the hourglass to stay alive as long as possible, so your turrets can kill 1 to 3 people. The downside of putting your turrets in the lane is, when you port back to buy, their top will see and kill them, where if you keep your turrets hidden in the bush, they might walk right past them.
Order, entropy, and never
He's killed all 3, so I need to start placing them again. Try and sneak through the bushes so he doesn't see you setting them up. You won't know how many turrets you've set up unless an enemy minion goes in and reveals them. If you have a player who's stopping you putting your turrets in the furthest bush, you can set them all up in the middle one. This way you're out of reach of the enemy minions and won't fire at them to reveal their position. This gives you a good defensive point, and from here you can push out into the lane. Or if you can't do that, you can do overlapping turrets. When the 2 minion groups meet, put your turret in amongst your minions. That way your turret won't get targeted by their minions. It'll kill their minions and attack their champion. If they try to attack your front turret, the rear one will attack him. Then just keep repeating this and pushing forward. Back to the game again. The bush needs warding. And go back and constantly put pressure on him.
By my calculations.
Keep putting your turrets down so you can't advance, and if he keeps trying to get last hits on your minions, he'll constantly get damaged. Keep it in the tower because he can't attack you.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
When he tries to attack your turret, stun him next to it so he receives loads of damage. Keep repeating this as it wears him and his tower down. You kill all his minions within a few seconds, so all yours are free to attack his tower. You might be wondering why I've not tried to finish him off yet with my ultimate. It's because I'm keeping it in reserve in case their jungle or mid comes to gank me. I am going to take his tower down and I might kill him in the process. So there's no point me killing him and then me getting killed by his jungler, as that'd slow me taking the tower down. However, if it did try and gank me, I'd kill both of them and the tower. I only would try and kill a player with my ulti if he managed to stop me attacking the tower. Remember, Heimer is a defensive champion that mainly kills players when they attack him. It's only later in the game that you can go after players with his stun and rockets.
Entropy, a never-ending cycle.
If you're fighting a tank, it will usually go after health and armor items. If that's the case, there's no point basic attacking him, as you'll do no damage, so instead just constantly keep hitting their tower. At this point the tower's close to going down, but I know he's stubborn enough to try and stop me, so I activate my ulti and wait for him to make a mistake. To him it looked like I was just concentrating on getting the tower down, but really I was just waiting to kill him. Then you're just left with killing the minions as quick as possible, then finishing off the tower.
For great science.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Pop your third turret down in case you get ganked, then port back and buy your next item.
I do love a good
You buy the needlessly large rod, and if you're able to, complete the hourglass. Up to now the enemy team hasn't paid you much attention, but now that you've took their tower down they will do. You now have 2 strategies to choose from.
An enemy has been slain.
One step
The first is to go down and help your teammates with their towers, or carry on pushing your top lane and take down their second tower.
An ally has been slain.
If you pick the latter, which I am, it's very likely that their jungle and mid will move over and try and gank you. That's why I picked the hourglass. Remember, pushing the top strategy only works if the rest of the team are pushing their lanes. If there's no pressure on the other enemy team players, then they're free to gang up and gank you. Start laying your turrets and try and get as many up as you can before you get ganked. You'll be using this bush to hide your turrets as you did before. Up to now you completely dominated their top, so they're really cautious of you. I'll just wait a second before I'm able to place another turret. Then place it in a passageway to damage anyone who comes in to gank you. It's then I notice their jungler coming in to attack, so I move into the bush. I pop my huge ulti turret, stun them and the hourglass straight away. I kill one of them and almost kill the other two. But we're lucky to get away. Now while they'll walk back and heal up, mid can push their lane and get that tower down, and this is why Heimerdinger's so good at top. They can kill me, yes, but it's going to take 3 or 4 of their team to do it. You're going to kill 1 to 4 of them, and while they're out of action, the rest of the team's going to push their lanes and win. The next item you build is that pink one, as it gives you a 20% cooldown reduction. That allows you to put your turrets down faster and pop your ulti more often. As Heimerdinger, you only have a 1v1 fight if you're standing next to 2 turrets or your ultimate is ready. If you run after somebody and you've got no turrets laid down, it's very likely that you're going to lose. You've got the basics now, so I'm going to skip forward until I'm in the lane. He's trying to push his lane, so I clear his minions, put my turret down, and then wait a bit until he thinks he can kill me. Then I pop my ulti tower and my hourglass so he can't hurt me, and let the towers finish the job. Next I get down to the second tower again and start laying my turrets. Always place your ward there so you can see when people are going to gank you. I didn't get a chance the first time I got here, but I do now. I placed 2 turrets in the passageway, as they're likely to come through there again like I did last time. If your turrets have stayed up for a while and your cooldown's reset, when you get ganked again from the right, we're going to have to fight 2 turrets to get to you, and then you can lay another 2 turrets in the bush. So they could get attacked by 5 turrets in total, plus your ultimate turret. 2 turrets in lane is now enough to kill their minions, and it's just a matter of wearing him and his tower down again. Mid came to help top with the jungler last time, but they almost died and they nearly lost the tower, so they're going to be reluctant to help top again. If you had killed mid, he's more likely to seek revenge, so keep an eye out if he goes missing. Again, don't use your ultimate and save it until you get ganked, because as soon as that tower starts going down you start pinging for help. Just waiting for the minions to arrive. There's absolutely nothing he can do to stop me, and he's probably pinging like hell for the rest of the team to help him.
Enemy killing spree.
I do love a good conundrum.
An ally has been slain.
Order, entropy, a never
My sight ward goes down, so I place it again. Right on time their jungler comes from behind to try and gank me, but he loses half his health in the attempt. I keep my ulti ready in case somebody tries to jump over the bush, and I'll be able to see him from where I place my sight ward.
nearly enough variables.
An
The jungler's probably gone back to base to heal, but I'll keep my ulti ready just in case he jumps out at me. Their top lane fakes porting back, but I'm not interested in him, only getting their tower down. I make sure I've got all 3 turrets up, just in time for their mid to try and gank me, but is immediately put off as soon as he starts taking damage. Their jungler's back, but there's no way he's going to kill me by himself. He can't get to me without receiving serious damage, and I've got my shot grenade ready to stun him next to the towers if he tries to come for me, so I was free to take the second turret down.
An enemy has been slain.
I'll go back to my turrets and hope both of them try to gank me, because I can easily kill both of them.
Every problem solved is another revealed.
They're stalling a bit, and as time passes it's more likely that the rest of the team will come up and try and gank me.
Back to the drawing board.
I've got their tower down, but it's less likely I'm going to win a fight with 3 or 4 people, so I'm just going to port back. I buy the cooldown reduction item, then I fill up on health pots again. I'll skip forward again until I'm back in lane. Because I've got 2 of their towers down and I'm pushing towards their base, it's highly likely that most of their team will gang up and try and kill you. You can see by the minimap that my team's not putting pressure on them, so that leaves them to gank me. Try a few times to push to their base, but if their team keeps killing you, it's probably best to switch to helping your teammates. When you get to their base, place all your turrets behind the wall so their players won't be able to see them. Then place a sight wall to the other side of the wall so your turrets and you can see the enemy coming. That way you and your turrets can shoot the enemy, but they can't see you. I didn't get a chance to set up correctly on this game because my team was crap, but I'll show you on a different one. I take their second tower down.
Has destroyed a turret.
I could do that better.
Kill Riven with 1 turret, which was quite good. Then set the turrets and sight ward up again. Help kill their minions, then start attacking their tower. Because the enemy players don't know your turrets are there, sometimes you can stun them from the other side of the wall and kill them before they even know what's happened. Just like that. I'll show you another way of how Heimer can be a real pain in the ass. I'm all set up, I'm just waiting for the minions to come in so I can attack their tower. Just check what's going on over there. I see Lee Sin coming behind me, but I'm not worried. Lysandra comes in. I try and stun and missile her, but I completely balls it up. Then the rest of the team come in and I keep him occupied. The turrets are doing loads of damage to him, so they have to keep going back to get healed.
Wonderfully efficient.
Get my ulti ready in case there's a group fight. Now while my team's keeping them busy mid, I'm going to start pushing top tower again. I see Leona coming in, so I'll get my stun ready. If it was a less tanky champion, I would have killed her. All of them are cautious now near my turrets.
Dominating.
I set my defences up again and move into the base.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
If you have turrets available, use them to take the tower and inhibitor down.
Smaller than the diagram.
And your turrets are also really good at stopping people following you.
Number.
Putting your turrets behind the wall also works for mid and bottom lane.
Smell of science. Overrun.
Shut down.
Another good trick Heimer can do is kill towers by himself without any minion help. It's better if you can do it with blue and red buff, especially blue, but you can do it without them. Ward the entrance as you need to see when their minions pass. You don't want them interfering with your turrets.
An enemy has been slain.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
Wait till they go by. Then go in and start laying your turrets down. You can walk away if you take too much damage or use your hourglass.
Working as intended. It's smaller than the
If minions come, kill them quick so your turret can concentrate on their tower. And there you go. You usually have to do that if you're losing a game and you can't get into their base. Another good trick is, if you have any of their towers down, just walk into their base and kill the inhibitor. You can set your turrets up in any formation as long as it's next to the inhib. If you have fast movers on their team, you're not likely to get away, so stay on your turrets and kill them.
very interesting.
Then you can escape.
Order, entropy, a never.
If you can do, place your ultimate turret inside the bush so the enemy can't see it. It only becomes visible to them when it fires. When you push in top lane, the fastest way of killing minions without using your turrets is to walk past them, wait until they're in a little group, then shock and missile them. Then you still have all your turrets ready to place at their base. Your third ultimate, the bouncing stun's not bad. You can use it to start a group fight by stunning everyone, or you can trap them on your towers like I did here. But to be honest, I don't use it that much. Your big ulti turret's the best option to get kills in a group fight. And finally, if things go wrong for some reason, you can place your turrets next to your tower like this and they'll never get close to it. Jungle or mid then can gank him because he's constantly pushed to your lane. Then when he's dead, both of you can get his tower down. Okay, now I'm going to talk about what order to get your items. You always start off with Doran's Ring. Don't get the boots because they're a waste of time. You're not a champion that runs away or chases after people, so it's more useful getting a different item that can make you more powerful. Always build the hourglass first. You need it to keep you alive while your turrets do all the damage. Next you get the cooldown reduction item, as you can lay your turrets down faster. If their team has loads of tanks, go for the magic penetration item. But if not, go straight to Rabadon's death cap, as that gives you a huge boost in AP. Crystal Scepter is good because it slows the enemy down when you hit them, but if you need magic resist, get the Abyssal Scepter. Then for your last item, maybe the Death Fire Grasp. I normally end up with over 900 AP and 100 AD. Another item you might want to try is Guardian Angel. Because your turret shut down shortly after you die, this item brings you back to life so your turrets start working again. So if they did kill you, you get a second chance at finishing them off. I'm going to link a video at the end of me playing Heimerdinger top, so watch it and I'll give you some tips of how to play him. Also, links to free champions and skins if you haven't already got them. Well that's it guys, thanks for watching, and if it was helpful please like and subscribe. Goodbye.